Transaction complete. EMTV is now fully PNG owned. First residents of Edai Town receive keys to their new homes. And Ipatas Cup in the southern region gets underway.
This is National EMTV News with Hope Imaka.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. This is Saturday's news. Media New Guinea Limited, parent company of EMTV, is now fully Papua New Guinean owned. The transaction was completed yesterday and shares transferred from former owner Fiji TV Limited to new owner Telecom PNG. The sale price was valued at 14.2 million Fijian dollars, equivalent to 20 million kina. EMTV's Leanne Jarari with more from Suva.
After almost a year of negotiations paired with several road bumps along the way, Media New Guinea Limited is now 100% Papua New Guinean owned. After a decade of being owned by Fiji TV Limited, state-owned enterprise Telecom PNG, the country's leading telecommunications company, has become the sole owner of EMTV's parent company, Media New Guinea Limited. In a closed-door meeting in Suva, Fiji, the shares were transferred and the handover takeover completed between major shareholder of Fiji TV, Fijian Holdings Limited, and the SOE. CEO of Telecom PNG had this to say about the acquisition.
So the process was long. M&L is a fantastic business, good quality people, so we're going to remain in the race to win the business, and we just had to ensure that we got what we wanted. Now we're extremely happy that we got what we wanted, and we were able to close the transaction today.
The acquisition of M&L, paired with the recent purchase of radio station FM 100, will allow Telecom to delve into the media industry, utilizing the synergies between the organizations to invest in multi-dimensional platforms, ushering the entrance of the digital era in Papua New Guinea.
With FM 100 and Media New Guinea Limited, we plan to bring the two together under the management of the current management of M&L, so we can go to our customers and offer a service that combines radio and television.
According to Mr. Donnelly, all parties were in agreement with a 20 million kina asking price, with a mandatory deposit of 2 million kina paid by Telecom towards the end of 2015. Leanne Jarari, National EMTV News, Suva.
History was made as the very first residents of Edai Town, a new satellite township, received keys to their new homes. Located just 15 minutes from Port Moresby's CBD area, the township is envisioned to cater for the increasing demand for quality housing in Port Moresby. Edai Town is a partnership between Boira Holdings Limited and partner JCKRTA Consulting Group.
The Edai Town Master Plan was launched by the Prime Minister in 2013 to support the rapid growth of the capital city. The 155 hectares housing estate is ideally located 20 kilometers from Port Moresby and along the economic corridor of the PNG LNG plant site. Chairman of Edai Town Development Limited, Madaha Maina, said their vision is to redefine urban living with Edai Town setting new standards.
We call upon all Papua New Guineans to rejoice in this birth of a new township.
Pioneer resident Dixon Popo and his wife are excited to be officially the first residents of the new township.
And I'm so proud that my dear wife and I have also set a history in Edai Town. We are the first cash home buyers, and as from tomorrow onwards, one of us are going to be first Edai Town residents.
Director of Edai Town Development Limited, Kim Yong, said the houses are built from quality materials. She said the housing estate will eventually have its own amenities.
And it will have a fire station, police station, there will be a market, hotel, medical center, supermarket. What you get in the city, you're going to get it here.
Bank South Pacific presented a check of over 2 million kina to Edai Town Development Limited. Diana Guria, BSP Port Moresby branch manager, said the BSP First Home Ownership Scheme provides access to financial arrangements to support Papua New Guineans to own their own home. Edai Town is expected to become a modern township, housing Papua New Guineans in a safe and affordable environment. It's the first of 3 housing estates to be completed. Once all 3 housing estates are completed, it's expected to house a total population of 10,000 people. Deli Waigeno, National EMTV News.
Owning your own home is hard to come by for many Papua New Guineans, but there is always hope for those wishing to own one. The Luxava Estates Limited, a new real estate company, is embarking on making it a reality for low-income families who make up 85% of the population in urban cities.
The Gateway Hotel in Port Moresby was packed to capacity for the Luxava Estates Limited information session. Prospective homeowners were given an insight into what the company offers in terms of affordable home ownership. Principal Director Chairman Joe Neres says the company facilitates the process to allow for their clients to have their own customized homes.
Negotiating with the financial institutions to try to establish the means to be able to facilitate the home buyers so they have the opportunity to participate in home ownership schemes. So basically what the Luxava Estate does is tie in the systems, the processes, the organized financial institutions and the people in need. We just become the medium for which they can come through to us to establish their desired homes.
Through their partnership with their various stakeholders, the company will bring in fully catered homes from offshore, which are affordable for low-income families. These houses will be as low as 60,000 kina.
Help the people own homes. So we reduce our profit margins and allow people to buy at very, very low prices. When I say low price, I actually mean like a two-story building with 4 bedrooms is going as low as 80,000 kina. Or a 2-story building with 1 room upstairs fully kitted home with the shower room, toilet facility, a bedsitter, double-story building going for as low as 60,000.
The home buyer's application form can be downloaded from their website www.luxavaestates.com. The completed application form will then be put through a screening process to have it approved.
3% deposit is only necessary because there is a need for us to secure the ordering process and the ordering and the land works. So that because it's a partnership between the leaseholder, there is also an understanding between us. So that 30% itself will activate that order, release from your product, your home product from the manufacturer. And as soon as we have the bill of lading onto the ship, we will continue to keep you informed. Like, you know, we have the bill of lading to show you that the product is already on the ship. You can produce the next 30% of the payment. At the same time, the 30% will help us to do up your land. So you have your house coming down. When the house is actually here on the land, you will be part and parcel of the development of the house.
Mickey Cavera, National EMTV News.
Oro Province Governor Gary Jufa has received death threats from an unknown source in Popondetta. This is the latest of several threats issued to the outspoken politician who has personally investigated the issuing of government contracts in the province. While there is no clear indication as to where those threats originated, Jufa said there were obviously some very unhappy people who were affected by his recent actions. This most recent threat was issued to the governor and members of his family. Jufa told EMTV the threats had become part of his political life and that he was not moved by them, adding he would do the usual by reporting the matter to police. You're with Saturday's News. We'll have more local news headlines when we come back. Welcome back to the news. Hagogohe constituency in the autonomous region of Bougainville will soon be powered following the launching of Phase 2 of the rural electrification program. This is one high-impact project that covers 12 kilometers of the power supply into the constituency. The program was launched by Autonomous Bougainville Government President John Momis. He said the program will benefit and improve the people's living standards. NCD police staged a guard of honor at the Jackson's International Airport to receive the casket of a well-respected police officer, Senior Sergeant Jerry Biamaga, who died while on duty. The casket of late Senior Sergeant arrived in Port Moresby and was welcomed by his immediate family, relatives, and colleagues and friends. Biamaga was attached to the Special Services Division when he collapsed and died in Popondetta. The cause of death is unknown.
The body of the late Senior Sergeant arrived in Port Moresby at 5 p.m. yesterday on Air Niugini's PX flight 0857 from Popondetta. His casket was carried by his colleagues through the Guard of Honor and escorted to his family home at the McGregor Police Barracks. The late Senior Sergeant was deployed to Norton for the Jivitari by-election last year and continued his duties until his passing last week. Biamaga has over 20 years of experience with the police force and had served during the height of the civil war in the autonomous region of Bougainville. He had also led police operations in the Western, Gulf and Northern provinces. Families are now gathering at their family home at McGregor Police Barracks to remember the life of late Biamaga. He is survived by his wife, 2 daughters and 5 sons. Thekla Gunga, National, EMTV News.
Hundreds turned up as early as 5 a.m. this morning to join Governor Powers Park-up for the first walk in Port Moresby to raise awareness on cervical cancer. The theme, eliminating cervical cancer through HPV vaccines and cervical cancer screening. Statistics reveal that more than 1,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer yearly, and only 20% of them survive the deadly disease.
As the dawn broke, the participants began their warm-up with health and fitness trainer Mila Nash before they began their long walk around Baroko. The walk started at Jack Piddick through Coronation Primary School, Bissini Parade, then to Bava Street and onto Baroko Drive before coming back to Jack Piddick Park.
Cervical cancer is the biggest killers of women in Papua New Guinea.
No, I did not know.
How does that make you feel with me telling you about the information and you walking for this cause?
I feel happy for myself for doing it.
Happy that you walked for cervical cancer?
I'm here working against cervical cancer. I'm glad to be part of this today. Thank you to those who have organized this. Yes, cervical cancer is one of those issues in our country, and we need the government to really look at this issue to make a change for we ladies, the children who are now coming up.
Governor Park-up, who was in front of the group with SP Hunters and the Peppers, led the group all the way around. He commended the participants who turned up early to walk for a cause that was killing so many PNG women.
It's not every day that people have to wake up at 5 o'clock, at 4 o'clock to turn up. So for this size of a number of representatives in our city to turn up, it means a lot, and it's a big statement that we are making.
A cancer survivor, Caroline Hanau, shared her experience from surviving cancer and how important it was to have family support.
Not right, going and getting an early checkup. That's very, very important. Don't leave it too late, or don't think I have other commitments to go to first. You know, we all have children and family and households that we need to look after, but always take time out for yourself. It's very important.
Also present at the walk was Linda Baba O'Neill, wife of Prime Minister Peter O'Neill, Secretary of Health Pascal Kase, Cancer Foundation, the PNG Defence Force, the police, Women's Doctors Association, and the general public.
Cervical cancer kills more women in Papua New Guinea than any other disease. This morning, 1,000 people turned up to walk against cervical cancer, as you can see there on their final leg before they reach Jack Piddick Park. Adelaide Sirox Kari, National, EMTV News.
The Morobe Students' Union, comprising of tertiary students attending institutions across the country, staged a protest in front of Morobe's provincial administration yesterday. The protest was in relation to changes in the policy of the Gerson Solulu Scholarship Program. Students claimed that not much consultation was made before the policy was amended for this year's scholarship programs.
These Morobe students gathered at Morobe's Tutumang building this morning voiced their concerns about the amended Gerson Sololu scholarship guidelines that has excluded most students. Most of them, university and college students, questioned why the provincial government had ruled off sponsoring humanities, law and agriculture studies. A spokesperson of Morobe Students' Union, Wadrawai, questioned why self-sponsored students were given priority over students that were on thesis scholarship.
All the students, institutions are producing all teachers, all human resource, all different fields. So Sabos all reject them all. And Bambla like him all, human resource, all different fields.
According to the students, there wasn't any awareness before changes were made in the scholarships guidelines. This means most students at universities that offer agriculture and humanities program like the UNRE, UOG and PAU have been left out from benefiting from the scholarship program.
But there wasn't any awareness, there wasn't any consultation processes. No government something didn't come up, and then all of a sudden we saw the new policy. Na biyan mita lugim sa policy, mita lugim sem. Oh, and plan your colleague do mibla. All of misa lo scholarship now.
The Provincial Education Chairman, Henry Guinea, has however assured the students that a general meeting will be held on Monday together with other stakeholders and the provincial governor to address the matter. As the academic year begins next week onwards, Morobe students are likely to begin registrations late. Colin Barilai, National EMTV News, Leh.
Chukai Sports is next. Coca-Cola Ipatas Cup Southern Leg kicks off. Also, action from Bomana Off-Season League and NSL. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. Day one of the Coca-Cola Ipatas Cup Southern Leg kicked off today at the Murray Barracks Oval in Port Moresby. 18 teams from Port Moresby and the Central Province are taking part in this year's championship, with many hoping to make it to the finals and ultimately taking on other teams from the region.
Players from the Intercity Cup, Suburban Leagues and the Port Moresby Rugby League competition joined various teams taking part in the competition. Chairman of the Coca-Cola Ipatas Cup Southern Leg, Simon Maima, said it was a slow start, but he was certain that the hype would gradually pick up.
It was very quiet, but it picks up as players comes in and the more teams come in, the momentum of the game picks up. So it's interesting as it goes along.
Former Kumul player and coach of the Dep Tigers, Eki Ene, said it's a tough competition and making it to the finals will be difficult.
All our team, all our play the best long all. So all boys play me too, me come up on them, all good lad, all players too, but la compare more lad, all play them, competition them go tough.
He also said there are many players in the competition that have raw talent that needs exposure, and this competition acts as an avenue for that.
He got hidden talent start with where all man show him out, come clear. So now at them, you me man must stop lo, or work on lo, talent all got them where all can come up, come out clear, so that all selectors can look him on like similar Intercity. So Intercity trials, so it's like.
Round 2 of matches will be held tomorrow, while round 3 will be played next week Saturday, with the finals on Sunday, the 7th of February. The winner of the Coca-Cola Ipatas Cup Southern Leg will go on to play the winners in the different centres. Elijah Lavette, National EMTV Sports.
The Bomana Off-Season Rugby League is 2 weeks away from its final rounds. Games commenced for round 10 yesterday, with over 40 teams vying to secure a spot in the top 8 in both the A grade and B grade divisions.
Over 12 teams played today in both the A and B grade matches. Another 14 will play tomorrow.
Now I'm round 10. Hopefully we got 2 more rounds before long. We pass them all final rounds. We go inside long top 8.
In the first A grade match, the New Call Warriors, a team comprising of sons of police officers, and Morobe United, made up of youths residing at the 9 Mile Morobe block, the Morobe United proved their unity by defeating NCW 4-0. Seconds after the kickoff, a line dropout was called against NCW, signaling a bad start for the boys in blue. In the 12 minutes of the first half, NCW kept Morobe United away from their try line with a strong defense that kept the ball in the opponent's territory. 2 penalties, both called after high tackles against the Warriors, gave Morobe United the opportunity to seize 4 points to win the game. In the second half, the Warriors tried fighting back but were denied entry into the Morobe United's try line by a strong defense. The Bomana off-season is by far the biggest competition in Port Moresby, having 84 teams compete in both grades. Most players are from the Moresby Northeast Electorate, with one team travelling from as far as 14 miles to compete in the competition.
Me to talk them and what's up behind him. So now you're looking more clubs all come. You're looking at least almost you got them all full set jumper.
Thakla Gunga, National, EMTV Sports.
To football, PKA Rapatona's hopes of a second spot in the Telecom National Soccer League has taken a dent after a frustrating 1-1 draw against PS Huawei in round 9 in Port Moresby. Rapatona needed a win to level them on points with FC Port Moresby. However, they faced an equally determined PS Huawei side today.
Rapatona were fighting for a second finish and needed nothing less than a win to cap off round 9. Their opponents, 4th placed PS Huawei United, who after making their seasonal debut, had nothing to lose. The match started off slow, with both sides exchanging possession early, due mainly to poor passing and ball control. Rapatona had the first chance of the match through striker Peterson Elijah. And while PS had the lion's share of possession early, it was Rapatona who again came close to opening the scoring. However, a handball by Rapatona centre-back Emmanuel Popoita gifting PS a shot on goal after 18 minutes. Ruefully wasted by Francis Tulem. Rapatona's attack, however, seemed to self-destruct at times. The attacking trio of Elijah, Patrick Isa and Dennis Sadek, individually brilliant, but failing to work as a cohesive unit. A second handball to Popoita granting PS another shot and a yellow card, although former Hekari midfielder Eriksson Coming shot from distance, lacking any mettle. But it was near the break that Peterson Elijah got his goal. Good build-up in the midfield, allowing the striker space to slide in behind keeper Junior Kaprangi. Celebration short-lived, as on the stroke of half-time, the equalizer for PS, coming from Yamo Maneka. The second half much the same as the first, and Chucha Postman thought he'd double the lead for Rapatona early in the second, to be denied by dual heroics from Kaprangi. Rapatona continued to attack amidst PS possession, and with 7 minutes remaining, Coman took a chance on goal that hit the wall of blue. And that, the final attacking point, as both sides ended with a draw.
Our last game next week, so we are on 11 points now, so it's a bit hard with Pom FC's 2 points ahead, so that depends on the Hekari game and tomorrow. So if Hekari win this game, then we might be lucky.
It's our first time for the club to be in the National Soccer League and to bring our team and to have the team competing at this level. I think it's an achievement for the club.
The draw now means Rapatona will await the result of FC Port Moresby over the coming 2 matches. Jeremy Mogi, National, EMTV Sports.
That's it for Chukai Sports. We'll have the weather details next.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Your weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow. In the southern region, cloudy with chances of showers for Port Moresby and Kerema. Showers for Daru and Alatau, Popondetta, and light showers at times for Alatau. In the Momase region, cloudy with showers for Lae, showers developing to rain for Medang, and showers with occasional thunderstorms for Wewak and Vanimo. In the New Guinea Islands, possible showers for all centres. And in the Highlands region, partly cloudy with showers developing, then morning fog for Mount Hagen. Partly cloudy with showers, then morning fog for Goroka and Kundiawa, and showers developing for Mendi and Wabeg. Before we go, a quick look at our top stories. Transaction complete. EMTV is now fully PNG owned. First residents of Edai Town receive keys to their new homes, and Ipatas Cup in the southern region gets underway. That's how it is this Saturday, for the 30th of January 2016. From the news team, I'm Hope Imaka. Pleasant viewing. Good night.